welcome back to my channel. I'm sure you guys must be thinking, why is she dressed up in the Indian outfit today? Well, today's video is not only highly requested on my channel, but it is so close to my heart. And when I saw the request coming in for this, I agree right away. I say, yes, definitely, I want to do this. And that is how to make authentic Gujarati Thali. So if you're someone who likes Gujarati food, or if you're a Gujarati, I'm sure you will like this video. But before we go ahead in the kitchen and start, I just have one request for you, that if you haven't subscribed so far, please do so. And I'm open to any comments or suggestions. So do not forget to write comments down below and let me know what kind of video next you would like to see. So we're gonna go ahead in the kitchen, we're gonna start cooking, and before we do, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I'm wearing. This is my very old, at least I would say 7-8 years old outfit, which I got it from India, and it has really nice embroidery here, as well as on the salwar I do have the same embroidery down here, nice dupatta, and I'm wearing my Kendra Scott necklace, as well as the bracelet from Kendra Scott, Kate Spade earrings, and my incline watch here. And that's about it. So let's go ahead in the kitchen and let's start cooking. So first we're gonna make the bharwa bindi. For that we need about 2 tablespoons of besan, 1 tablespoon of turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons of cumin jeera powder, that is the dhania jeera powder, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of hing, that is the asafoetida, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, as well as 1 teaspoon of amchur powder. We just need amchur powder for some tartness. If you don't have it, that's fine. You can just squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in it, and that should be okay also. So next I'm just gonna go ahead and combine all the powders, make sure there is no lumps in it. Next I will be adding this salt to this, and you can make this masala and leave it in the refrigerator for a few weeks, and you can use same stuffing for the bangan or potato also. Next I will be adding the coriander, that is the cilantro, as well as 1 teaspoon of oil. We just need oil just for so we can combine all this powder together. So 1 teaspoon is more than enough, and at this point you can try your stuffing, make sure all the masalas and all the salt level is fine. And I do have here this small bindi, which I cut them in the half, not all the way, you just want to split them. And now I'm gonna stuff them, and make sure that you stuff it really good. And you can make this sabji in the stove top, but today I'm gonna make it in the oven, and I'll show you how easy it is to make it in the oven. You don't have to worry about whether it's been cooked all the way or not. And for that, first of all, we're gonna take about 2 tablespoons of oil. And once the oil is hot, I'm gonna add about 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, as well as half a teaspoon of hing, that is the asafoetida, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. So then our oil is, has some colors. So we just need a little bit of turmeric in there, not much. And once everything is combined, I'm gonna go ahead and add all my bindi into this. And also I do have some masala left, so I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top of that. We don't want too much, but since we have it, it's okay. We can just add a little bit on it on top, and you want to toss them gently. You don't want to, at this point, you don't want to just be harsh on it. Just be gentle and just toss them a little bit, and then we're gonna transfer everything into the oven safe plate, and I'm gonna put it in the oven for 350 for about 25 minutes. Now everyone oven is different, so you want to just go after 10-15 minutes to make sure it's been cooked. And at any point, if you feel like it that the masala is getting kind of burnt on top, you can just put the aluminum foil, and then that will prevent not to burn your masala. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer my bindi into this plate. And I always line with my aluminum foil, so that way the cleaning is easy and I don't need to worry about it. Once the sabji is done, I just take the aluminum foil, throw it in the garbage, and I'm done. So I'm gonna put that in the oven now. It will go for about 25 minutes. And this is what it looks like. Next, we'll be making the Gujarati dal. For that, I took about 1 cup of tuver dal and I pressure cook it. When I pressure cook it, I did not add any salt, turmeric powder, nothing. Just the plain tuver dal. And once it was done, I used the hand blender, add some water into it just to make sure there is no lumps in it. And at this point now, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of peanuts, 1 tablespoon of achar powder, which you can get it from any Indian store, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, half a tablespoon turmeric, 1 tablespoon chili powder, as well as 1 tablespoon cumin jeera powder, that is the dhania jeera powder. I'm gonna add all this and put it in the dal here and let it boil. At this point, we're gonna let this dal boil for about 20 minutes. And with the Gujarati dal, more you boil it, the more it tastes good. So usually what I do is after I'm done adding the tadka and everything, I let it boil for more than an hour, and at any point, if I feel like it's getting thickened up, I just go ahead and add some water and again, let it boil. So now I'm gonna add about 1 tablespoon of tamarind paste here. And this is gonna give that tartness to the dal. Gujarati dal is usually sweet and sour. So it's not gonna be way too sweet. It's not gonna be too soury also. But you can taste, when you eat, you can, that it's kind of sweet and sour basically. Also, I add about 1 small tomato as well as the salt into this. And Gujarati dal is my most favorite one, and I love it so much. This is basically my comfort food. Anytime I feel like it, I just made like nice hot dal and rice, and that's it. I'm set. So now we're gonna make the tadka for the dal. For that, we need about tablespoon of oil. And I'm also gonna add about a teaspoon of mustard seed as well as the teaspoon of methi. Now at methi, when you add it, be careful, do not add too much. Next, I will be adding about a half a teaspoon of hing, half teaspoon red chili powder, and 2 dry red chilies. Now at this point, the red chili powder, the reason we are adding is just to give some color to the dal. So that's the only reason I'm adding it. And now I'm gonna add this tadka to the dal and let this boil for at least 45 minutes to an hour. So next we'll be making the cabbage sambar. What it is the salad, but it's semi-cooked salad. We are not gonna cook all the way. It's still gonna have some crunch in it. So for that we need about a tablespoon of oil, teaspoon of turmeric powder, as well as 1 teaspoon of hing. To this mixture, now I'm gonna add about 2 small green chilies. The one that is like very spicy chili, that's what I'm gonna add into this. And once that cook a little bit, next I will be adding 2 cup of cabbage and 1 cup of carrot. Both are finely shredded, and I'm just gonna add salt to this and let it cook. We are not gonna cook all the way. We just want the raw flavor needs to be gone, as well as some crunch needs to be left also. So after adding the salt, you want to leave this for just about 10 minutes and it will be done. So next we need something namkeen. For that I'm making the khaman dhokla. For that we need about 1.5 cup besan, 1.5 tablespoons semolina, that is the suji, And I'm just gonna go ahead and mix everything properly. Make sure there is no lumps at all into this. Next, I will be adding salt to taste. And some people do add ginger and the green chili paste into this. I don't like it, so I'm not adding it. But if you like it, you can go ahead and do that. Next, I will add about a 4 teaspoon sugar. Now, when you are making the khaman dhokla, make sure you follow the direction. Otherwise, the khaman dhokla will not come out properly. Now I will add about pinch of citric acid. If you don't have it, that's fine. You can just add a little bit of lemon juice in it and that should be fine. Next, I will be adding the water into this batter. Again, make sure there is no lumps at all. And on this other side, I do have the pan with the water into it, so it's heating up. Also, I grease the plate. And this is the consistency you want it for your batter. It shouldn't be too thick, it shouldn't be too thin. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and add Eno, that is the fruit salt, into this. And make sure you add it when you are almost ready to make it. And that is about 1 teaspoon of Eno into this. And after putting the Eno into it, you want to just mix it on one side. You don't want to go back and forth. Make sure it's only on one side you mix it, and you don't want to over mix it. So once it's done, I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it on top, so that way I'm creating some air into it, and that's what we want here. And now I'm gonna cover this and let this cook for at least 15 minutes. You don't want to go and pick, just let it stay there, cook for at least 15 to 20 minutes. On this other side, we're gonna go ahead and start making the tadka for it. For that, we need about half a tablespoon of oil, 1 teaspoon of mustard seed, as well as I'm gonna add hing, and that is the asafoetida. Next, I will be adding the green chili. I took the whole one big green chili. These are not the spicy ones, so it's okay. So at this point now, I'm gonna go ahead and add about a half a cup of water into this. And you wanna let this cook for about 10 minutes. Make sure it's thickened up and there's not too much water left. And then this is my khaman looks like. As you can see, it pops up, it looks really good. So at this point, I'm gonna let this cool down completely. You did not want to add any tadka on it right now when it's hot. You want to make sure it's cooled down. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them. And then I will add about a tablespoon of cilantro on top of this. And this is just a garnishing, but of course, everything tastes good and looks better when there is a cilantro. So now I will go ahead and add the tadka on it. And this is it, friends. The khaman dhokla is all ready. And now it's the dessert time. So for that, I'm making the suji halwa, and that is also known as a shiro in Gujarati. For that, I need 1 cup of ghee. Into that, I'm gonna add about 1 cup of semolina, that is the suji. And you would just want to roast this just for a few minutes, and your nose will know that it's ready because it's gonna smell so good. On the other side, I took a pan and I'm gonna add about 5 cups of milk into this. Yes, you can add the water, but with the milk, everything tastes good. So I took about 5 cups of milk into this. I'm gonna add about 1 cup of sugar. So the proportion you want for this is everything gonna be 1 cup except the milk. So you want 5 cups of milk, and other than that, everything else gonna be 1 cup. When you make this, please follow this direction because I have made so many mistakes before and it never comes out good. So finally I asked my mom, and this time I nailed it. So once your semolina is roast, then we're gonna add the milk into this slowly. Make sure there's no lumps in it. So you mix the little bit of milk first, and then after a few minutes, just go ahead and add everything into this. So in the beginning, this is how it's gonna look like. At this point, you can just leave it alone on the medium low flame But eventually you want to just come and make sure you are keep mixing it, and because if you don't mix it, it's gonna get thickened up, it's gonna set down, and it's not gonna taste good. So you just want to keep mixing it. As you can see, I still have few more minutes to go here. And this is what it's gonna look like once it's done. As you can see, it's leaving the side, it's not sticking, and at this point you know that your shiro is ready. So there you go, friends. That's my complete Gujarati Thali. I'm serving that with the puri as well as the rice on the side. I do have the papad, and this one is the green chili papad. Also, I do have the chutney for the khaman dhokla. And you cannot finish the Gujarati Thali without the buttermilk. So I do have the buttermilk, and I just add the cumin seeds powder into that. I basically dry roasted and made the powder of it and just add into this chash. So friends, I hope you like this video. If you do, please do not forget to subscribe as well as leave the comments below. Let me know what you like to see next and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, friends, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.